What's up, everybody? Crazy Eights here with another Transformers Age of the Primes toy review. This time around, we are looking at one of the 13 Primes, Amalgamus Prime. Let's take a quick look at the box, and then we'll get into this little figure right here. All right, so here's the box. This is nothing new. This is what we've seen for Age of the Primes already. The plastic packaging, you got him in his robot mode here and his alt mode. The steps right there. Of course, he's behind this thing. It's the gold logo for the Age of the Primes banner, and you could same packaging for Studio Series, but a different color banner down here. Got his name on the bottom as well. This side of the box, you got a nice image, close-up image of his face. From what I'm told, this thing up here is called the T-Cog. If I'm wrong, then Wiki's wrong too, and they should be shut down. This side of the box, you got some of the 13 Primes, 2 all is 1, various language, and he's a Voyager class. Again, back to the back of the box, 21 steps to go from Amalgamus to his alt mode, which is like almost like the Cyberverse Shockwave, but I get a little AT-AT vibes from this look too as well. Not much, but just a little bit. Got a close-up of the product shot right there. Boring words, and then the boring bottom, they got nothing. But it does have the barcode if anyone needs it and they need to look it up. Here you go. Top of the box says the 13 Amalgamus Prime. So that's the box. Let's get into the figure. There's a lot to go over. Take two. I never hit record the first time, so I was just talking to a dead camera. All right, so here is Amalgamus Prime. Let's take a look at that head sculpt. The head sculpt looks strikingly familiar as someone else who I think is a fanboy of Amalgamus. But that fanboy rocks a lot of purple, not gray. Although his first release was very gray, and we'll show those off in a minute, so you know who I'm talking about. But yeah, he's got the one cycloptic eye. He's got the kind of like diamond-shaped face with the little ears on the side. He's got these two little things that come separately. The peg to the side of him. This gives me Pokemon vibes, these little things. That little magnet Pokemon. I forgot his name. Here's some details from the top of him. He's got a weird profile because of his head, how the way he stands with his body and his head. I mean, is this his head or is this his neck? Or you know what I'm saying? Like, this is his waist and this is his body, right? Am I going too deep? Am I thinking too deep about this? 4 arms on, 2 on each side. And he's got these big chunky legs and these big feet that got treads on them. Now he is, I don't know if you want to call him a weaponizer or not, but he has that gimmick where you take him apart, put him on the robots, give all the designs and all that. Yeah, really cool and really different looking robot, which I like. Now let's take a look at his accessories before we do some comparisons. Ooh, oh, don't hit the camera. The first thing is the scythe. It comes packed like this. Just open it up. Got a nice translucent blade, a gray base for the blade, and then the shaft is yellow. It comes with this little translucent cone that fits on the bottom of the staff. Like that. And then he comes with a little blaster. It's hollowed out. Not much to it, but it's a little blaster. You take his head off and open the back. You could pop this thing off, which doubles as his eye, which is what Wiki said is the T-Cog. I don't know if it's right. Again, I don't know if it's right. Don't come at me. I'm just repeating what Wiki says. Done in silver with a translucent yellowish orange eye in the middle. Kind of gives you the matrix without the square pieces that stick out. But he comes with this as well. Thing you could do with the staff or the scythe is you could take the gun, plug it. You could see me doing it. You could plug it in right there to give that look for added weapon storage. Thing you could do is plug the gun up here, and now you have a longer weapon for him to hold, which is nice. This can be held separately as a weapon, or you could combine it, which is a good idea. And then when you close it up, it still stays on there very nicely for weapon storage. Here he is holding his weapon, the gun, and then the little cog also. So he could hold everything in it all at once if you want to have him do that as well. So the other thing I did, and I did it early in the video, was you could put the little handgun back here if you wanted to, and just leave the scythe as is, which is another option you can do. So with that being said, let's do some comparisons with the other 13 primes that we have so far, and 2 fans of this guy. So let's get into it. So I have these 2 versions. Again, I think these guys are his biggest fans. You have Galactic Man from Siege, and then I also have Shockwave as well from Siege with the bits on them that I feel like make more sense now that Amalgamus Prime is out, and that you know about them. Now I can understand why these guys look like that, but I don't know if that's because they're fans of the man or what. But here are two that have like the similarities with these extra Dr. Octopus bits on them. That's for the 13 primes. Let's get into it with, here he is next to Primer Prime, and where is she? Solace Prime. See how these 3 look together. To bring her out a little more. Here he is with Micronus Prime and Alchemist Prime. Now those 3 look together. Here's next to Alpha Trion and Vector Sigma. Of course, we didn't get Vector Sigma yet. I don't know if they're going to just re-release this one or they're going to do a repaint in different colors. I heard they were going to do a reissue of this one but with different paints. I'm not sure. But anyway, if they don't, the Legacy had them. If you don't get them Legacy, try to find them. But I think they're going to re-release them. Because he's the only one we're missing besides all the other, the 2 new ones that they just announced. We're getting bigger. Here he is with Megatronus. Here he is next to Onyx Prime. Almost said I'm next to you again. Finally, here he is with Star Convoy or Star Optimus. Here's a group shot of who I have so far. I do have Quintus Prime. That will be 11. This is 10 of them right now. Quintus Prime I have over the side here where I just got. He or she, I'm not sure what it is. That will be number 11. And then the other 2 they recently released will be all 13. Again, I think they're re-releasing Vector Prime. I don't know if they're going to repaint them or just leave them the same. But we should be getting another Vector Prime as well. I think. I hope they do because it'd be stupid not to. Right? They re-release everyone else sometimes. So anyway, here are 10 out of the 13 primes that we have so far. Alright, so this is another prime down. I'm kind of glad we're getting them all within the year or 2, not like how they did Studio Series movie Devastator where it took forever to get the pieces. At least with the combiners this time around, and even these primes, we're getting them as in the the first year or the second year, and we're gonna get them all completed before year's end, which is nice. So right now they have 11 of them released when you count Quintus Prime, and well, no, actually 10. They did release, announce the other 2, and I don't know. Again, I could have sworn I heard somewhere down the line that they're doing a Vector Prime. I don't know if they're gonna just re-release or do a paint swap with him or what, but I did hear that rumor that we're gonna get the Vector Prime to have all 13 of them. With that being said, for this figure alone, I think it's really cool. I can see where Shockwave got his look from. He gives me that vibe with the Shockwave eye and the head sculpt. Really cool that he's got the 4 arms and is hunched over. He gives me General Grievous vibes again because of the hunchback and the multiple arms. Weapon storage is, I don't think there's any. You could probably figure out a way to put that, but I didn't put much thought into it. But he could hold it pretty well. Snaps in very snug on his hands. Gun has weapon storage on the side itself, or you could put it in the back, or wherever there's a port, you could probably stick it if you wanted to. He's got a lot going on that you could do stuff with. Next video is going to be the transformation video where he goes into his walker, and then we'll go from there. So stay tuned for that video. Will be coming up shortly. Will be the transformation video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and stay tuned. All right, so now let's get into his transformation. But before we get into his transformation, let me show off his, I'm going to call it his weaponizer gimmick that he has. If you remember in Siege, they did fossilizers, armorizers, weaponizers. He has that play feature. So with the instructions that they have, I'm going to go over the ones that they have. But of course, you know, if you buy multiple of these or you have really good imagination, you could do a lot more than just, the ones that they suggest. They have 3 different types. So let's get this guy taken apart really quick, and then we'll show that off.
Alright, so here he is all broken down. Pretty much the body is left intact, but the arms, legs, the head, and his little eyeballs are taken apart. I took everything apart, right? The gun's there, the sight, this little eye, matrix, T-cog, whatever the hell that thing is. So I took everything apart. So with the directions, let's see what we can do. The first one is you take the 2 hands, like these 2 hands, right? And, alright. Let me get these guys transformed to the little drone that it works into. The first one is like a car. I'm calling these drones because I don't know what the hell else to call them. I think I have the hands upside down, so the hands should be like this. Right, so that's one piece that you have. You have a drone. Little RC car, we'll say, right? It actually rolls. These little pieces actually do roll, so you have that. That's one of them. Another one is using the other 2 arms that we have. And I'll do that one really quick. The second one is like a little flying drone. Doesn't really fit together too well. It comes apart pretty easily. But you do have a really cool looking cockpit right there. If you didn't notice. And of course you can use those for the thrusters, which is pretty cool. And see, it just falls apart really easy. The little tabs are very tiny and minimal. You can see where it is. Next one uses the 2 feet, the sight, and the gun. So the next one, which I didn't finish reading the directions, we take that little hand drone, you put up top, you get yourself a little tankish looking thing. This is what it looks like. I'm kind of digging the idea of this, I really am. You know, of course the hands are just right there, and it just looks like hands, but I do like the idea of what they're doing with this mold. The configuration is using the other hands once again, and one of the eyes. You can do this. Now I'm going to say this is a spy drone. That's what I'm going to say it is, but you can make this little configuration as well. Alright, so you have 2 versions, right? You can have like a land one, because these have the wheels on it, and then you can have an air one with the wings like this. So you have like, I would say these like spy drones that you could have, make those up as well. Lastly, according to direction, you can make a mega tank where you put the arms on the side here. This goes back up top, and you have, I actually had these backwards, the original one, but now they're fixed right away. But you do have like a mega tank drone looking thing. There's one other one that you can do, and I'll show you right now. Last but not least, you put the little eyes on it, so you have like, it kind of looks like a face, eyes and a nose. But yeah, you could, you can go buck wild with the configurations with this thing, especially if you buy multiples, you know. I like to see what people would do with this guy if they were going to buy multiples and stuff like that. But yeah, so those are a few options. And of course, you can take a bot and you can add all this to them as well, I think. I'm not sure if I don't see any really ports on these. I don't see how it's possible. So I'm not even going to try to put it on a bot because I don't think you can. But the configurations for the different type of vehicles and drones you can make, it's pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
All right, so now that he's back together in his robot mode, we're going to now do the transformation. Now I'm going to say this because I did try it a few times. The transformation is easy. Joints are tight. And since he's a parts former, everything falls off, especially the head, because the peg isn't big enough and it'll constantly pop off. So the one part in the transformation where the head gets dipped into the body, and if it falls off, I'm just leaving it off, just to get on with the transformation. But that's my pre-transformation speech before doing them, because he is finicky and he likes to fall apart. So with that being said, let's get into the transformation. All right, just for my sanity, I'm taking these off to get these out the way. All right. First step you want to do, and this is going to be a pain in the neck to do because this one is scary tight. I thought I broke it the first time I did it because I had to force it open. It's this lid right here. So this lid right here, you got to pop open, and it's really tight. Still tight to this day. Look at it. You got to open it up. I'm gonna bring the head down because I think I'm supposed to do that anyway. So let's try to get this thing open. Yeah, see how tight it is? Screw it. Take it off. You're gonna take this and dip it down into it like that. You want to take these things. You want to turn them around. I'm probably doing this out of order. But for the most part, this is everything that you got to do for the top part of the transformation. Okay? And see his legs are already falling off. And then, see if I get that in as far as we could. I don't know what is up with this guy, but this piece right here is ungodly tight. Just line it back up and it should snap back into place, which is nice, but I feel like that once, I pop it off the first time, it's not gonna pop back on cleanly the second time. So let me fix that really quick off camera. I had to do all this off camera. So this thing popped off, so it doesn't really close that cleanly either. But you're gonna have that look going on. This had to come down a little further than I had it, just so this could close up. But I have stress marks on this already, and it keeps popping off because this is very tight. I don't know what they did, but this is very tight to open up. But this is the look you're gonna have for the top part of the head. All right, next step is you want to take the body, bring it up like that, and then twist. That actually looks pretty good. Okay, and that's the next two steps. All right, take this, bring it back, bring it as far as you can get him to go back. That's as far as you want to bring it. Now he's doing some crazy matrix move. All right, so then you want to take the legs. All right, bring them down. The head's gonna pop off, of course. Bring them down, and they're gonna tab in right here, as you can see. Where's that tab? I don't think they tab in. I think they just, nope, my bad, they do tab in. Like that. So it's all nice. So it should tab in nice and flush on both sides. Like that. So you have some crazy look like that for right now. All right, next step, take the legs, you're gonna rotate them back like this. All right, bring them up because you want to collapse these. I think I'm doing this wrong, as always, but I think you want to take these, and then you want to take these like this, and this should, there we go, like that. Yeah, I did it the wrong way. So you do it like this, and you bring them down. I'm thinking, there we go. I might have these on the wrong foot. Let me see. I think I have these, when I put it together, I think I have these on the wrong sides. I think this one goes here, and this one goes here. Yeah, I think that's how it works. And then bring the feet down, and they'll snap into place. Let me fix this really quick. I do have it right. I just got to clean them up a little bit. I just had to snap them into this piece. There's a piece in here that these things snap into, so they line up and they look flush and they look clean. So you got the treads looking like this. I don't think they really peg in on the sides. But for right now, that's what we got going on. Probably one of the hardest parts is getting his head into this cavity over here. So this piece right here, let me just bring this up a little bit. I'm trying to grip it. It's like really nothing to grip onto. And the fact that, so this thing is supposed to come down like that, this yellow piece, right? It might be easier just to take the head off on that point. And then put the head back on. And now you want to take this whole thing and bring it in. Good Lord, this is going to be tough. Try to keep the head in there. Try to keep the head attached and just try your best to get this in there. And it is a fight. So let me try this off camera. Hopefully I can get this thing to dip into here far enough. If not, I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm not a professional by all means. Get back, I am a professional. I actually just got lucky. But you should have it looking like this when with the head back in here. If it falls out, it falls out, but I'm gonna take that as a win. So that's what it should look like. Okay, so we're at the home stretch. The next thing are the arms. You want to, let me see. Which is the front, which is the back. Just want to make sure I'm doing this right. So the back ones are these. So you want to turn these sideways like this. Right? These things are god awfully tight. And then turn it around. Turn that around. And then turn the hand around like this. So you have it looking in that direction. Same thing on this side. Get this guy out the way. Bring it down like this. Turn this around. And then turn the hand around. Right, so you have the front legs for his walker. Now the back piece, so we have these tabs right here on both sides. Oh, that one. And you have this piece right here that's gonna go into there. So, turn it around, bring it up. The first time I did it, when I did it, I had these all backwards and upside down and they weren't pegging in, they were on the wrong side. So, just make sure you have, when you put them back together after you take it as a weaponizer, make sure you just have everything the right way. Again, I think I did it again this time. Because when you have it like this, you want to make sure, or is it like this? Yeah, it looks clean like that. And then bring the hand down again like this, so you have that look going on with the hand. Now let's put the right arm on the right side here. Bring it around. Turn it up. Oh yeah, vey. There we go. There we go. We got that in. Take this bad boy, put that in like that. Like that. And now I just want to make sure that his hands, everything is sitting flush. Like that, like that. Okay, now the last piece is this thing. Now this is gonna go into here, which I always have a problem with. Right, so you got a peg that goes into here, like slide it through. Did I do this right? I don't think I did this part right for some reason. Let me see. All right, I had to take this tab piece off. That's all it was. And now, this is supposed to snap into here, but it kind of, I don't know why. All right, so you got that like this. There we go. And now let me just make sure everything is straight and he's standing how he should be standing. Okay. All right, and that's the transformation into his crab walker thing, whatever you want to call it. Cybertronian AT. That's what it looks like to me with that face. So that's the transformation. Next video is going to be some, we're gonna take a deep look into it. But wait, I forgot something. I'm sorry. We forgot these guys. He is not done. Let's put these on to complete the look. All right, there we go. Now he's done. There we go. We got these creepy looking eyes now. All right, now he is completely transformed. Again, next video is going to be a deep look into this thing. All right, thanks for watching. All right, now that we finally got this guy transformed, which is a pain in the ass, here he is in his alt mode, and it's like a crab. I think it's like for me, it looks to me, again, I'm just saying, it gives me the Star Wars AT vibe with the face right here, or at how you want to call it. So I'm calling this a Cybertronian at. That's the vibe it gives me. But let's take a look at the details. The stuff that we already seen, it's pretty much him laid out in a stretched pose and, you know, tucked away. But here is the front of it. You got the little Pokemon eyes right there. It looks like, what's the name of that Pokemon? The magnetic one. That's what it gets. That's what these remind me of. If you know the name of that one, is it Magmatron? No, I don't know if it's Magmatron. I forgot their names. I'm not really good with Pokemon. But it's got a nice cannon up front. The scythe becomes the cannon. The only issue is that it just keeps going. You got the legs folded up in the back here, the treads up high, and you got the crab walking hands. It looks like that these are supposed to open up, and it actually has a joint to do it, but they're tight as hell. So I don't know. I don't know if that was, yeah, so I don't know about that. Got some little thrusters back here. If I had glass effects, I would see if they could be put in back here, but I don't know. This thing just pops out. Only because it pops out because this thing it has a lot of play in it and it keeps falling down. This head's tucked away back there. Really, you've seen all this already in robot mode. It's just more condensed into like this crab walker mode. Now the only other thing I can really compare him to, besides transforming the Age of the Primes, which is too many of them to do now, is this guy right here. This is Cyberverse Shockwave. Again, I'm pretty sure Shockwave is a fan of this guy because now he has this mode as well in the Cyberverse line, which is more of like a crab mode as well. It's got the cannon up top, like he has it. Yeah. So that's the only comparison I really have. Everyone else is like, I don't really, unless I do like Weird Wolf or someone like that. But here he is with Cyberverse Shockwave in his alt mode. So that was a look at Amalgamus's alt mode. Pretty short video. There's not much to talk about. Not many comparisons, but this guy's a very unique alt mode. Pain in the neck to transform into this mode because of the fact that he's a parts former and you could make different drones and battle tanks and everything out of these pieces. They tend to fall off in transformation mode to get them in this mode. The head is the number one culprit. It will fall off a lot. Now on mine, this cover is very tight. I got stress marks transforming them, which is a pain. But overall, I do like the mode. It's very different and unique. And that's what I like about it. It's not the same old boring like car or weird spaceship. It's a weird looking crab now, which is really different, which I do like. Get him there is a pain, but once you get him there, it looks good. All right, so that is alt mode for Age of the Primes Amalgamus Prime. All right, so that was my look at Age of the Primes Amalgamus Prime. One of the 13 primes. I want to say if you count the Vector Prime from Legacy, he's my 10th prime. I got Quintus the other day, so that would be 11, and I know they just announced the last two. So he's 10 out of 13 for me anyway. When I saw him, I was kind of excited to get him because he was different. Very, very weird looking. He gives you Shockwave gives me his vibes, if you want to say that. If he was before Shockwave is imitating him in a way. That's the look I'm getting from him. Very cool robot mode. I like the 4 limbs. I like how everything looks. It looks really, got the little hunchback and the scythe, which is really great. Alt mode is really cool looking too, like a Cybertronian walker. Gives me the alternating tac tank vibe from Star Wars, just a Cybertronian version. But I will say the transformation from robot to that mode is a pain in the ass. We'll start with the head. This headpiece will fall off because it's attached to a little port. Peg port connection is bad when you try to touch it. transforming him, this piece is very tight. So you gotta tuck his head into the body, very tight. This hood is very tight to open up to get these pieces moved into it. And he's a parts former, so the limbs will fall off when you try to transform him. You know, if you're careful enough, you probably won't do it, but you know, if you're nonchalantly doing it, pieces will fall off. He has a cool gimmick where he also is like a weaponizer. If you remember Siege, Earthrise, Kingdom, they had weaponizers, fossilizers, stuff like that, that, you know, you could put onto other bots as armor or weapons. His gimmick is you can take him apart and make different smaller vehicles or drones per se, and you know, like tanks and little cars and little airplanes, stuff like that. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's a nice playability as well. So that's it for this video. I do hope you all enjoy it. Like, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you next time. Crazy Eights is out.